I survived 100 days as Superman in Minecraft. I was walking to work one morning when I saw this, a huge meteor falling towards the city. When I finally got there, I got too close, and somehow this fireball injected me with an out-of-this-world potion, and it gave me superpowers! Now that I have superpowers in Minecraft, the city's villains are out to get me before I put a stop to their evil ways. Now that I'm a superhero, I set myself 3 main objectives. 1. Go to the Superhero Academy and get my superhero license. 2. Save my mom from the evil gangs in the city that have taken her to get at me. And 3. Stop the infamous biker gang that ruled this city once and for all. Do I have what it takes to save my mom and protect this city from the bad guys? Or will the evil villains get the better of me and figure out my one and only weakness, kryptonite? Stay tuned to find out what happens next. Day 1, and myself and my best friend Sharky were just leaving my house on the way to work. We decided to walk as it was such a nice day. Little did we know what was about to happen next. Just as we were leaving the neighborhood, I saw this huge fireball in the sky. It looked like a huge meteor and it was headed right for the city. We heard the huge explosion from miles away and we knew we had to get to it ASAP. What if it landed on a house or something? We ran back to my car and drove in direction of the crash. We arrived at the crash site and my goodness, this thing was huge! We got closer and closer to the meteor, but we were nervous. What if there was aliens inside? What is with all these crocodiles? Like there must be hundreds of them and they don't even care that we're here? It's so weird. Anyway, we climbed down into the hole the meteor had left in the road. We went right into the core of the crashed meteor. Wow, this is so cool! We were just about to leave when I noticed this. It looks like some kind of energy source coming from the center of the meteor? Huh, I wonder what will happen when I touch it. Ouch! What the? Oh no! What's happening? I can't see or stand. I think I'm about to pass out. Everything went black. I woke up in bed a few hours later, totally confused as to what happened. My mom was there and she told me I fainted and that Sharky brought me home. I still didn't feel great, so I decided to head back to bed and try and get some rest. I woke up the next morning feeling fresh, like nothing had ever happened. I went next door to my mom's house and said good morning. I went to open the window behind the sink when I accidentally put my fist right through it. What? I apologized to my mom and told her I'd get it fixed, but right now, I'm super late for work. I arrived at work just like always, and it was so quiet. I said hey to my boss, Jeff, and I went into the back to get ready for my shift. About an hour into it, a guy came into the bar, and he was being very aggressive towards Jeff. I politely asked him to leave, and the dude totally hit me. But wait, it didn't even hurt. I feel fine. I asked him to leave again, but this time, he went to hit me and missed. I dodged his punch. I had had enough, so I decided to hit him back, and yep, I knocked him clean out. What is going on? Sorry, Jeff, I had to get out of there. Something very strange is going on. I went to leave when I noticed I was running super fast. Okay, this is not right. I went to this construction site where me and my friends hang out sometimes to put these new powers to the test. Before I knew it, I was punching through solid wood and pure concrete bricks. I was running faster than I've ever ran before. I called my friend Sharky and he came over right away. Then I tried something crazy. I climbed to the top of this crane. Something told me if I jumped, I'd be okay. So I did it. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh my gosh, look! I'm floating, or at least I'm kind of falling slowly. Sharky was going crazy. He told me I had to go home and act normal. If anyone was to find out, I could be in big trouble. I did exactly what Sharky told me to, and I tried to act normal the next few days. I had my breakfast, I said hello to my mom, and I went to work on time every day so my boss didn't even know what was going on. Just as I was going to bed on night 5, Sharky knocked on my door. He told me about a superhero academy here in the city, one that helps new superheroes like me to focus their powers and become great. I wasn't sure at first, but Sharky can be quite convincing. I told him he could stay over and first thing tomorrow we'd go check this place out. We arrived at this location. It doesn't look like a superhero academy. Kinda looks like a post office or something. Anyway, we went inside and we spoke to this girl. I told her what was going on and she asked me to take a seat. Eventually, this guy showed up and asked me to follow him. He told Sharky to wait here. Sorry, Sharky. I followed him through the hallways. It looks like kids actually go here. How have I never heard of this place before? Eventually, we got to his office. He asked me lots of questions about my abilities and when it all started. I told him everything and he confirmed it. I am a superhero.
By the looks of your abilities and listening to your story, I think you have what it takes to become a fine superhero. Maybe even one of the best. But before you can go around being a superhero, you must first get your superhero license. You start tomorrow morning. I will explain the syllabus to you then, and you can get started right away. You have a lot of catching up to do.
Wow, this is really happening. I went back out to Sharky. Come on, friend, we have a lot to talk about. Over the following few days after meeting the headmaster, I started my classes in the Superhero Academy. To become a fully licensed superhero, we studied the following. 1. Communication. This was very important. I don't think anyone knows a superhero who doesn't have to do some public speaking, right? 2. Courage. Every superhero needs to be brave enough to face a room full of bad guys. 3. Strength. Every superhero needs to be strong and fast enough to fight and catch any villain out there. And finally, number 4. Every superhero needs to be a team player. That means that they need to be able to think of the greater good and not just of themselves. I was so tired by the time I got home every day. Being a superhero is a lot of work. I was going to need a holiday soon, that's for sure. But for now, I have some studying to do because tomorrow I have my first test. Day 11, here we go. My very first exam to be a superhero. Because I was new to the school, I had to catch up. So I was taking this exam alone with my headmaster watching so I don't cheat. I got to work. I think I was doing okay. After about an hour, I'd finished. I gave the paper to the headmaster and I waited to see what he said. Did I pass or did I fail? After a few long minutes waiting outside, he called me back in. I passed! Now I go to the next stage of my training, self-defense and abilities. Here we are, day 12, and I've just been shown to my room in the superhero training facility. Once I settled in, I went outside to check out the main hall. Oh my gosh, this place is huge! It has some combat challenges, climbing and jumping challenges, and some balance challenges by the looks of it. I had no idea if I had what it takes to pass this part of my training, but I had to try. So here goes nothing. I stepped up and went for it. Those guys were strong, but they were no match for me. Wait, is that real lava? No way! I had no idea what this was, but I took the minecart from the chest. I placed it on the rails and then I jumped in. Whoa, it's moving! Ah! Just as I got to the end, I jumped out and I managed to grab the ladder before my cart went into the lava and melted. It is real lava, OMG. If I fail, I die. Best to keep moving forward. I jumped down and made light work of those two guys. Then I moved on to the jumps. I was flying through this part with ease. I guess you can call me Twinkle Toes. I got to the next part. It looks like some kind of bouncy jump block. Easy. I got started when I noticed snakes in the water. Ah! I hate snakes. Oh gosh, I was about to jump to my next block when I lost concentration and I fell in. Ah! Get away from me, you stinking snake! I climbed out of the pool and man was I disappointed in myself. My headmaster came over to me with some words of encouragement.
No one has ever made it on their first try. No one. Go get some rest and you can try again in the morning.
Man, this doesn't feel good. But I'll do what he says. I'll get some rest and I'll get going again tomorrow. The next 3 days, I failed over and over again until eventually I made it to the second last hurdle. All I needed to do was to make it down past these bad guys, up the ladder, and ring the bell. Easy, right? Well, I went for it. Whoa, that was a close call. I made easy work of those bad guys and I made my way up the ladder. There it is, the bell! I rang it and that signaled my completion of my training. I did it! I jumped off and my headmaster gave me this. It's my superhero provisional license!
Congratulations, little Kelly. Now you get to pick your very own suit and hit the city as a trainee superhero. You can help people out and do good things, but you're not allowed to complete rescue missions or interfere with the police in any way. Not while you're a trainee. If you break this rule, you will be expelled from the academy and you will lose your license.
I went straight back to the academy and I picked my suit. This one! I'm gonna be Superman! Or Superwoman, you know what I mean. Day 17. My first day on the streets of Greenfield as a superhero. Well, trainee superhero. Man, I was so excited to get going. I must have asked everyone if they needed help. I even saved this old lady's life. Well, I helped her cross the street. But you never know. She could have fallen or something. On days 18 and 19, I sat outside the police station, hoping there would be some kind of emergency I could help with, but nothing. Being a superhero can be quite boring sometimes. They don't show you this part in the movies. But finally, on day 20, I saw someone in need of a hero. This poor kid was desperate to get his pet down from the tree. Wow, look how far it's climbed. Wait, is that pet a raccoon? I told the kid to step aside. I had it from here. I powered up and took my first superhero flight. Look at me go! I landed on top of the tree and approached the furry little creature. Stay calm and don't panic. I'm here to help. What? It just started attacking me. Before I even knew what I was doing, I punched it and it fell right off the tree and died. Oh gosh, did I just kill that kid's pet?
Wow, Superman, you really suck. I don't think killing pets is a very superhero thing to do. Wait till the guys back at HQ hear this one.
Wait, why was he even there? Never mind, I gotta get out of here. Sorry, kid. The next 5 days, I didn't leave my house. I felt like such a failure at this superhero thing. I killed that pet on one of my first days, and Batman totally humiliated me. They almost think I'm such a loser. I was sitting on the couch feeling sorry for myself when Sharky knocked on the door. What was he wearing? Sharky, did you lose your mind?
No, little Kelly, I didn't lose my mind. You lost your confidence. Every superhero goes through something like this, where they just feel like they can't go on. You have to, and from now on, I promise to remind you how good you are and that I always have your back. That's why I am your new sidekick, Aquafish Shark Man.
You know what? This guy is really something else. And he's right. I can't just give up now. The sidekick name needs some work though. Wow. On day 26, I was walking back through the city when I saw this. It looks like some of those biker guys are picking on a little kid. I was just going to ignore it, but now that I'm a superhero, I can't. I walked over and asked him to leave this kid alone and to move on from this area. The main guy walked over to me and told me to get lost before I get my little suit all dirty. I asked him again, move on, and nobody gets hurt. Do you think they listened? Nope. He punched me right in the ear. The ear! Come on! Now it's butt kicking time. I started to fight back, and boy was I good at it. I took out one or two, and then I decided to treat them to some laser eyes. I flew up and boom! Take that, biker gang. Bet you won't talk to me like that again, will you? After they'd all gone, I checked on the kid. He was okay, and he told me one day he was gonna be a superhero, just like me. So cute. The next few weeks were much of the same. It seems like everywhere trouble was, this biker gang was there causing it. I spent most of my time beating these guys up. All they did was steal from tourists and vandalize the city. Why are they even like this? I don't understand. Either way, they had to be stopped, and I was the person to do it. Day 41. I was walking back to the city after responding to a code 215, a classic case of locked out of a car, when I came across this. A burning building? Oh no, I hope everyone was okay. I made my way to the fireman in charge, and I asked him if everyone made it out. He said no, there's a little kid trapped on the top floor penthouse, and the building is too unstable to send anyone in. They're waiting on a bigger ladder to get here, but by then, it could be too late. I had no choice. I ran behind the building and changed into my superhero suit. This isn't interfering, technically. It's not a police matter, so I guess I can help without breaking the rule, right? I went in and got to work putting out the fire where I could. I went up floor by floor. Geez, the heat in here was intense. Eventually, I made it to the top floor and I opened the door to the apartment. Wait, it looks like the roof has collapsed inside. I can't get in. Hold on, is that the kid I can see through the flames? Stay right there, kid. I'm coming. I used my superhero strength to punch through the obstruction and make my way to the kid. Now that I have him, it's time to get out of this fireball. I did it! I saved the kid and I saved the day! This is what it's all about. I spent days 42 to 50 back in the Superhero Academy for some more classwork and exams. I got to spend some time with other trainees and hear what they've been up to in their cities. I don't want to toot my own horn, but it seems like I was doing the best out of everyone. So, toot toot! Day 51, and so far, everything was going great. I was driving through the city when I came to a police checkpoint. I got out and that's when I realized this was no ordinary checkpoint. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's a bank robbery in progress. I have to do something. No, wait, I can't. I don't have my full superhero license yet. And if I help now, I could get expelled and I'll never be a true superhero. I was going to sit this one out until I heard the word hostages over the police radio. I can't sit back. No, not with people in danger. I jumped into my car and quickly got changed into my suit. Here goes nothing. I flew and landed on the ground outside the bank. Do not fear, Superman/woman is here. I went inside and I immediately knew who this gang was. The biker gang. I made my way through the bank, taking down the bad guys one by one. Sometimes even two at a time. After a serious battle, I made it to the top of the bank and there he was. The Biker King, the head of the biker gang. I told him to put down his weapon and come with me, but he wanted to play the hard way. I kicked his butt too. Easy work. I had it done. I took the bank robbers down and this time they'll be going away for a long time. Just as I was leaving, I noticed the main guy was looking at me funny. What's your problem, huh?
I swear I recognize you from somewhere. I've seen you before without the suit on. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, whatever, loser. You're going to be behind bars for at least 40 years. We can talk then. I left the scene and headed back towards my car. That's when I spotted him. It was my headmaster. He told me I'd broken the rules and that I need to come with him. Oh no, I'm in big trouble. This is where I spent a little over 2 weeks fighting for my life. And I don't mean with my hands. I mean with my words. As I broke the rules of the Superhero Academy, I had to try and justify my actions in the bank that day, and why I did what I did even though I only had a provisional superhero license. After days and days of talking, the votes are now in. Captain America votes to keep me in. Thor votes to kick me out. Thanks, Thor. Then Batman. He said he thinks I'm the worst superhero he's ever seen and that I should be expelled. I'm gonna kick his butt one day. And finally, my headmaster.
You know, I am faced with a difficult decision to make here. On one hand, you clearly broke the one rule we have here at the Academy, but on the other hand, you did it for the right reasons and you saved innocent lives. At the end of the day, that's all we're here to do. I vote to promote Little Kelly to a fully licensed superhero.
Oh my gosh, I did it! I actually became a fully fledged superhero! My mom is gonna be so proud. Day 66, the day I got to meet the chief of police for this fine city. Now that I'm a fully fledged superhero, he can call on me anytime the city needs saving. He handed me this. It's a list of jobs that he needs done around the city, including my first mission. Oh my gosh, I was so excited for this. That is, until I found out my first mission as a superhero to this city was to help round up the animals that escaped from the zoo. Gross. I spent the next few days flying around the city, rounding up those animals, and thankfully, by day 70, I was done. I had everyone back safe and sound in their pens. Maybe now I can actually do something exciting. Little did I know that tomorrow was about to be the start of the worst few weeks of my life. I was in the police station when the news broke out. Turns out a violent gang broke out of Greenfield Maximum Security Prison this morning. They're on the loose and they're believed to be highly dangerous. Woohoo! Finally some action! I went to the police chief and asked him if I could run lead on this one, and that's when he told me. The gang that broke out, they were the biker gang I locked up, and they figured out who I was. They have my mom. No! That's it. This means war. I went rogue over the next 10 days trying to find my mom. One biker gang location after the next. But each one was showing up empty with no sign of my mom or the main biker king. I hit all the biker gang's known storage areas and safe houses, and still all I could find was more biker punks to beat up. Where could they have taken her? My poor mom. I need to find her. Then finally, on day 82, I found this place. It was a hangar outside the main airport. It must be where they have her. I went inside and took out the thugs they had protecting the place. You know, if superheroes ever went into private security, we would make a fortune. I went into the final hangar and I couldn't see her. What's going on? Where could she be? I was about to leave when he showed up. The Biker King. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna kick his butt. What is this? How is this hurting me? It must be kryptonite, my one and only weakness. How did he know? It all faded to black. I woke up the following day, but I had no idea where I was. It looks like some kind of cell or something. These walls won't be any match for my powers. Wait, my powers! They're gone! Oh no, the kryptonite! The Biker King figured it out. He used laser kryptonite to subdue me, and now he's hit me with enough that it's disabled my powers for now. Help! Please, somebody help! This was it. I was trapped in here with no way out. I was gonna spend eternity here alone. I tried everything over the next few days to get myself out of this prison cell, but nothing seemed to work. Even my powers hadn't come back yet. Then on day 95, I remembered something. Sharky. He stitched a panic button into my suit, so once I pressed it, it would send an SOS signal with my location to him. Let's hope it's still working. A few hours went by, and nothing. I was beginning to think it was broken. Then, on day 96, Sharky! Oh, I was so happy to see the Aquafish Shark Man now. Okay, I love the name. Get me out of here! Sharky placed some C4s on the walls, and boom! I was free! Once I stepped outside, I could feel my powers coming back. Now it's time to rescue my mom. We went right in the entrance, and I was not messing around. Myself and Sharky made our way through the building, taking these guys out. They never stood a chance. And after what felt like a million rooms, we found her! Mom! We finished off the last few thugs, and then we freed my mom. She was safe and well, thank goodness. But wait, where's the Biker King? He must have escaped. That doesn't matter for now. Let's get my mom home. I spent the next 3 days at home with my mom, making sure she was looked after and safe. The Biker King was still on the loose, but my mom was safe, and that's all that matters for now. On the morning of day 100, Sharky came running into me. He found him. He's on a private jet heading towards the Cayman Islands. Not on my watch. There it is, the private jet with the Biker King inside. I flew on top of the jet, landed on the roof. I tore it open and jumped inside. He had a few thugs with him, but they were easy work. As for you, I take it you can't fly like I can. Good luck surviving this one. You should have never messed with me. I'm Superman /woman.